how we feeling? I'm back yet with another episode of my breast cancer journey / diaries. I am in my car because I am actually about to head over to my son's house to let him know that I have breast cancer. I have not told him yet. I wanted to get as much information about it before I told him anything. And if you are new to my channel and you don't know, my son and myself are very, very close. I was a single mom for a very long time, and him and I are basically inseparable. My son is a very sensitive child / man, because he's 32, with his own family. And this is probably going to be one of the hardest things I ever have to tell him. I don't know what his reaction is going to be. I'm waiting until nighttime because I'm hoping that my grandson's going to be in bed, and then my son, won't have to explain to my grandson what's wrong with him. I want him to have a little bit of time before my grandson sees him, or you know what I mean? Like, I don't want him to have to be upset and then my grandson asking, Daddy, what's wrong? And all of that stuff. So I'm headed there now, and I will check in after. Probably there's a possibility that we might come on camera together. I will not push it with my son. If he's not ready, it won't happen. If he is ready and willing, it may happen. Otherwise, I will check in with you guys as on my way back. Okay, beauties, I am back, and just as I suspected, I didn't even ask. I didn't bring it up at all. He handled it well. He actually handled it much better than I thought he would, although he was still visibly upset. And I felt within minutes after seeing that first tear fall that it was no way I would ever ask him to show his emotions on camera. So, we talked about it. I shared with him everything that I know at this point. My daughter-in-law was awesome. She moved from where she was sitting and to where she was sitting right next to him, and embraced him. Now, mind you, this is in the midst of COVID-19, where we're still social distancing ourselves. And so I couldn't reach out at that point to hug him or anything. My daughter-in-law was awesome. She held him, and we talked, and she's a brainy person, so she had tons of questions, and the norm. And that was why I didn't want to share anything with them until I was able to give them legitimate, straightforward answers. So they both were very understanding my reasoning behind waiting. And so I guess if I had to lend any advice, if you are a person that's going through cancer right now, or you're in that stage where you have to decide on telling your children, however old they may be, of course, age appropriately, certain things have to go a certain way. But for me, my son doesn't live in my home. He's 32 years old, married with a son. So, I was able to more or less be a little bit more picky about how and when I was going to tell him. But I personally would not have changed it. I like the fact that when I told him, I was able to give him enough information to where he felt comfortable with what I was saying. And so that would be my suggestion, is whenever you go to tell someone, it's probably best that you wait to a point where you can give them enough information, because it's bad enough when you worry, but it's even worse when everyone's worrying and no one has any answers. Now, again, I want to preface this by saying we are in the midst of COVID-19. We have opened back up a lot of places here in San Antonio. However, it's still real. Our numbers have gone up. Memorial Day weekend proved to be not a good thing for people because everyone was out and about. So bearing that in mind, I have not hugged my son, my daughter-in-law, my grandson in several months. And at one point, when my son was crying, I wanted so badly to hug him. I wanted so badly to feel us embracing each other. And so I stuck my fist out like this to him, like, you know, like, we got this, son. And he came to his feet and we hugged. The hug was like it felt so wonderful because I hadn't hugged him in so long. And, you know, even though it was, you know, not a good moment, the hug felt good. And it was something that I think I needed. And I know for a fact it was something that he needed. And just before we left, my daughter-in-law got up and she said that she wanted to hug me also. So my daughter-in-law hugged me as well. And that felt amazing. I'm one of the luckiest mothers in the world. I have an awesome, awesome daughter-in-law. And she reassured me that she would take care of my son, because my son is very sensitive, and I am, you know, we have a special bond. That'll have to be another video, but we have a special, special bond. And to top it all off, my grandson got to come and hug me tonight too. And y'all, having that little boy's arms wrapped around mine meant everything in this world to me. But it gave me strength. I'm terrified. But I've taken a big step tonight. I'm ready for this fight. I'm ready to beat this damn breast cancer. And I'm going to beat it with a vengeance. I'm going to head in the house now. I'm still sitting in my car. And I see that my son has messaged me, so I need to answer him back because I don't want too much time to pass before I respond back to his message. I will beat breast cancer. I like to say, we got this. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please hit the subscribe button. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you.